Yes, settle down now. Last row. So we have completed all the charts, right? Yes. You already know what is a bar chart, what is a pie chart. Just put on the side heading of bar chart and pie chart. Put your mobiles inside. Write down bar chart, pie chart. After that, so we have completed all the charts. Next, write down organizational structure. Can you see at the back? Last rows. కనిపిస్తుందా? What do you mean by organizational structure? So for an organization, you are creating a structure, right? So write down organizational structure is the method of organizational structure is the method by which the workflows by which the workflows through an organization. It allows it allows groups to work together. Yes, last rows. It allows groups to work together within their individual functions within their individual functions to manage a task. Now see here, this is an organization which is giving its tasks to 3 products. Yes, amen. Yes, will you all stop talking now? Last row. See, this is an organization which is giving its task, dividing the question to 3 different people, right? These 3 people will hire these 4 people. Example, what is this? It is research and development. This is manufacturing. This is marketing and finance. So all together, they work on a common task. This is called as an organization, and this is the workflow of an organization, right? Write on. Put this example. Here, simple example, ఇవన్నీ రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. This is a task given by one person to these 3 people, right? These 3 people will work separately with this group and they combinedly give their answer to the organization. Put on the diagram. Can you see the diagram? Yes? Yes, I don't want any discussion now. Put on the diagram. Over. Yes. Those who are coming late, please be quiet. Yes. For this organization, have you completed the diagram? Do it fast. ఇంకెంత జూమ్ అవ్వట్లే అంతే. Yes, now please stop talking. I will diagram is sir. See, this is a product X. Okay, product Y, product Z. This is R&D, research and development, manufacturing, marketing and finance. So all the three of them work separately for an organization and give their tasks combinedly to the organization. So what they will do, we'll see it next. What do you mean by organizational chart? Completed? No. Now this charts here, please stop talking. Now here we are going to show the previous organization chart by using these different diagrams. One is by using Venn diagrams. You know what are Venn diagrams? What are Venn diagrams? Relations and functions. You have, right? Similarly, what are Venn diagrams? Venn diagram అంటే ఏంటి? You have a set A. ఇవన్నీ మీకు ఐడియా ఉండాలి కదమ్మా. This is a universal set. You are having a set A, set B, right? You are going to perform union, concatenations or not concatenation, intersection, difference, symmetric difference, all these things. So for this organizational chart, for representing some of the company individuals, that is when you have divided them, you are representing them using the form of Venn diagrams. So what are these? These are overlapping circles used to show the relationship between different groups. Next, you have flow charts. What are flow charts? What is a flow chart? What is a flow chart? It's a graphical representation of what? What is it? Of an algorithm, not a process. You write an algorithm, for that you represent a flow chart, then you have a geographical distribution, right? In that you have a heat map, already we have discussed what is heat map. It shows the distribution of data across different geographical regions. Then you have correlate path, right? Correlate map, which is used to use colors to visualize data based on their geographic regions. Next, you have time series data with groups. So, what are these? It consists of two things: stacked area chart and group line chart. Right? So, stacked area chart, what do we do? It shows the cumulative distribution. Right? And group line, it compares the trends based on the performance. Yes, there is a lot of disturbance now. And then you have collaborative projects. So what are they? It is a Kanban board which visualizes the tasks or work items in different stages, right? Assigned to different group members. So write down this. How do you represent an organization? By using Venn diagrams. Write down. Put down this one. You represent an organizational chart. Yes, write down. Organizational chart is represented by Venn diagrams. By Venn diagrams. By using flow charts. By using Venn diagrams. Next one, by using flow charts. Yes, why is there so much disturbance here? Huh? Why don't you come and sit in the front? So what are you using? Venn diagrams. తొందరగా వెళ్ళిపోవాలి ఇన్నిసార్లు అడగద్దు నడవండి మీ ఇద్దరు హలో గెడప్ ఇద్దరి క్లాస్ కాదా గో ఫార్వర్డ్ చలో గెట్ both of you get up, move forward. Next, write down by using Venn diagrams and flowcharts. Next one is by using geographical distribution. So for geographical distribution, you use heat map. The heat map shows the distribution of data. The heat map shows the distribution of data across different geographical regions. Across different geographical regions. So for geographical distribution, you use heat map. Again, the next one, choropleth map. CHOROPLETH. CHOROPLETH. Choropleth map. It uses colors. It uses colors. It uses colors to visualize the data. Uses colors to visualize the data based on geographic regions. Based on geographic regions. Be fast. Based on geographic regions. Next one, write down. The next one, how do you represent them? By using time series data. By using time series data with groups. For this we use stacked area chart. Stacked, STACKED. For this we use stacked area chart which shows the cumulative contribution of different groups over time. The next chart is grouped line chart. It is used to compare performance of different groups. Compare performance of different groups over time. So for these collaborative projects, you have a board called Kanban board. Write on. Collaborative projects under the write on Kanban board, KANBAN. Kanban board visualizes the tasks. Kanban board visualizes the tasks or work items in different stages assigned to different group members. Now here, just listen to this. Instead of writing all that story, you can just represent it like this in the form of a table. So what it is going to compare the values of grouped bar chart and plots, right? This is called as a lollipop chart, right? Then for showing the distribution, we use box and whisker plots, we use violin plots, histograms. So for what are we using all these things? You have to mention them in the form of a table. If you represent a table, you will get more marks, right? So how are the that is collaborative projects represented? By using comparing values of different, whatever we have separated them, right? Three different groups, you are comparing their values by using the grouped bar chart, right? That is placing the bar side by side to compare subgroups within a prime category. Already we have done what is a grouped box chart? What is a grouped box chart? We have discussed that, right? The ratio of male to female in different years, right? So put down this table. Kanpistunda? Yes or no? Please write it. So what are you doing here? You are comparing the values, right? So which are the visualization type? So first one is grouped bar charts. Please write down. For comparing the values, you are using grouped bar charts. Yes, grouped bar charts. That is, place the bars, side by side, place the bars side by side to compare, place the bars side by side to compare the groups, to compare the groups, to compare the groups within a primary category. You are comparing the values using grouped bar chart. Next one, you are using dot plots. You are using dot plots. How are you using dot plots? What are they? They are used to point positions, used to point positions to compare values, used to point positions, compare values across categories, to compare values across categories without a zero baseline. Without a zero baseline. The third type of chart for comparing values are lollipop charts. Now I'll ask for comparing values, which charts do we use? Right? Right on. The third one is lollipop charts. It is an efficient alternative. It is an efficient alternative to bar charts for comparing for comparing many categories. Now second type of comparison is showing distribution. That is, how is the work distributed equally among all the three? Right on. Showing distribution. On the left hand side, you write down showing distribution. For that we use box and whisker plots. Box and whisker plots. So why do you use whisker plots? How do you use them? By finding the mean value. Sorry, median value. Right on. Summarize a group's distribution using summarize a group's distribution using median 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 and quartiles. What is a quartile? You are distributing the what are you doing? You are dividing the box into different quarters. Quartile means what? 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4. Right? Medians and quartiles. The second type of plot is violin plot. Violin plot, it combines box plots, it combines box plots with density curves. It combines box plots with density curves to show the exact shape, to show the exact shape of data, show the exact shape of data in each group. Show the exact shape of data in each group. Third type is histogram. So why do we show histogram? What is a histogram? It is used for numerical data to show using density. Right on. Group continuous. Group continuous. To group continuous numerical data. Group continuous numerical data into bins. BINS. Into bins to show the frequency. Now, right on. Third one, part to whole. That is part of the data to the whole data. How are we going to compare? Part to whole by using stacked bar charts. That is showing the total value of a category, showing the total value of a category while breaking it down, while breaking it down into color coded, while breaking it down into color coded subsections, into color coded subsections. The second type is pie chart. Pie chart or a donut chart. Pie chart idea undi kada. All the same charts. Best for propositional view, not propositional, proportional. Best for proportional view of 2 to 6 categories. Best for proportional view of 2 to 6 categories. And the third type is tree maps. 3 maps which uses nested rectangles to visualize hierarchical data to visualize hierarchical data and relative sizes to visualize hierarchical data and relative sizes. Next, you have Gestalt principles. Let me ask how many of you will remember. Write down the relationship between all of them. Relationship, you have to learn this table. Write down relationship. So, how do you show the relationship? By using a scatter plot. Using a scatter plot. By using bubble charts. You know what is a scatter plot? By using dots. Bubble charts. You are using bubbles to represent in the graph. And next one is heat maps. Heat maps. Now for designing the previous one, we use Gestalt principle. What are Gestalt principles? You had it in your first unit, I think. It is a compulsory long answer question. What is Gestalt principle? Chapal. There are 7 principles. What are they? Why do you use them? Proximity, continuity, closure. No. Proximity, continuity, closure, similarity, huh? Enclosure, continuity అయిపోయింది. Connectivity. So what is the difference between all of them? The last pink shirt. Stand up. Pink hai na? Nincho. What is a Gestalt? What do you mean by Gestalt principle? Please, you all write down. So you are using all of them for designing it. Write down core design principles. You have to tell me what is Gestalt principle. Hello. Huh? What happened? So there are 7 Gestalt principles. So what are they? First one is proximity. Sit down. This is a compulsory long answer question. What do you mean by Gestalt? Gestalt is nothing but when you are doing a project. Okay, now you use Gestalt principles. That is, how are you going to design a particular page or a website? Okay, when you design a page, you use radio buttons. How are you going to click from one menu to another menu? Right? To attract the opposite person, you are using Gestalt principle. Okay, to make it very simple for any person to access your website or any web page. Clear? We use them. So what are the 7 principles? Write on. You are making groups by using this Gestalt principle. So what is this first one? Proximity. Proximity. By placing the elements close together, placing elements close together suggests that they belong to the same group. Similarity. Second one is similarity. Just take an example of the game what you play in your mobile. Okay, the same thing is this one. Using the same color, shape or size, using the same color, shape or size for data points indicate they are related. Next one, enclosure. Enclosure or closure is same. Enclosure. Drawing a boundary. Drawing a boundary or shaded area. Drawing a boundary or shaded area around points. Around points. Physically separate. Around points. 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 Physically separate each group. Physically separates each group. Next is connection. Using lines. Using lines shows explicit relationship. Using lines shows explicit relationship between entities. Shows explicit relationship between entities. The other two you have tried on. You have written 4. Next one, what is the fifth one? Write down, what is the fifth one? Enclosure, closure, enclosure, same. Right? Pattern. Continuity. Write down. Continuity. ఇంకొకటి వస్తాయి. What are they? Write down continuity. 7 Gestalt principles. అందులో మనం రాసింది ఓన్లీ 4. ఇంకా 3 ఏంటివి? Continuity. దాని తర్వాత yes. What are the other 2? But I don't remember them. Proximity, closure, continuity, symmetry. Symmetry. Symmetry means what? Don't use your mobile, amma, please. Symmetry means what? And common ఇంకేదో ఉంటుంది. 7 principles, please remember them. You are using them for your projects. Simple example, మనం Candy Crush ఆడతాం, right? That patterns can be seen by this Gestalt principle. So which color you are going to move, in which side you have to move, right? In which direction you are moving, that is called as a network or a connection. The colors, right? The shapes, the continuity pattern. Okay, now? So some example like this you can take. This diagram also. See this one. You have these things, right? This is blue color and you find one box like this, 2 other boxes of some other color. You move them here, right? These are called as Gestalt principles because they identify the same shape, right? Or color or some same pattern to play a particular game. Clear? Put an example of some game you write down. Candy Crush and ask for an example. Yes, please stop talking. Next, trees. What is a tree? What is a tree? Don't see there. What is a tree in data structures? Connection of nodes and how do you connect the nodes? By using edges. Write down. Visualization of trees. See here. Yeah, this is a tree. You have nodes and edges, right? So all that is there here. Write down. A tree visualization. What is she doing? A tree visualization displays hierarchical data. A tree visualization displays hierarchical data with a collection of nodes, with a collection of nodes and edges. Can we just complete what are trees in simple? Because you have tried on, if you are asked what are the visualization techniques for tree, what is a tree? You have to tell about them. Simple example, simple types of trees you tell me. So this is a node and these are the edges. Here this is called as the root node. This is called as, these are called as, for example, this is called as a child node. Even this is called as a child node. But this is called as a leaf node because it does not have any children. Clear? These are called as interior nodes and these are called as exterior nodes. You have to write about all of them, right? Just put down this diagram. Put down this diagram. A tree with a collection of nodes and edges. Put on this tree. The first node is called as the root node or parent node. Please start talking. The first node is called as the parent or root node. Parent or root node, as it does not have any parent node. So this is the root node, right? This is the parent or the root node. Next one. All these are called as child nodes. Child nodes. All of them are called as child nodes. Okay. Because they are produced by the parents. Next one. Leaf node. A node with no children. A node with no children are called as leaf nodes. Example, here D, E, F and G are leaf nodes. Here D, E, F and G are leaf nodes. Please write down about them. What are you doing? Diagrams. Next one, B and C are called as interior nodes. B, C are called as interior nodes. B and C are called as interior nodes. Next one, D, E, F and G are called as exterior nodes. D, E, F and G are called as exterior nodes. You have tried down everything about them. Next, what is the depth of the tree? Depth enta? 3 ah? 3 ah, 4 ah, 5 ah, 2 ah? The root node is having any depth? Yes or no? No. It is of zero depth. Depth and enti? Length of the tree. So what is the depth of the tree? That tree is 2. Right on? The depth of the tree is 2. That tree. What is the level of the tree? Levels. There are 3 levels, that is 0, 1 and 2. You have to write completely about them. Next, here every tree does not have a loop. So trees does not allow loops. మీరు ఏం రాయదు, సైలెంట్ గా వినండి అంతే. మీరు రాయకపోతే మీరు పడుకుంటారు. మీరు రాసిన కొంచెం లేసి ఉంటారు. ఆల్మోస్ట్ హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ ఆర్ స్లీపీ. యూ ఎయిట్ నైస్లీ అండ్ యూ కేమ్. So here, these are the different tree techniques. Okay, just put their side headings, don't write about them. So at least you should know what are they, right? What are the different tree visualization techniques? If you are given a question, explain trees and tree visualization techniques. So you should write what's a tree, all the definitions of a tree, that is level, height, depth of the tree, right? All of them you have to write. Next, the tree visualization techniques. The first one is traditional tree diagrams. Just now what you have done, just put that example. Just put down the first technique is traditional tree diagram and put this example. Over. So you are writing everything about them, how are they connected and all. Second one is indented layout. Second technique is indented layout. Indented layout. We use indentation. We use indentation to show. We use indentation to show the parent-child relationship. Now see here, the next one is tree map. So why are we using this tree map? Just listen here. It is a hierarchical data set. Hierarchical means what? Level by level you are drawing them, right? A set of nested rectangles. Here you are not using nodes. Here you are using rectangles to represent these nodes, right? Next, each level of the hierarchy is represented by a colored rectangle called a branch node. So if this is red, the other one will be of another color. Clear? Next, this branch contains smaller rectangles, right? For branches and leaves. So this is the root node. These are the branches. Again, you have the leaves, right? The rectangles are arranged by the size. So you have to place them with the size with the largest branch node at the topmost left. So that left hand side will always, that is the topmost left will be of larger size and the smallest to the bottom right, this side, right? The arrangement of the leaf nodes within each branch, everything follows the same order. Now if this is bigger one, this too will become smaller size, this is bigger one, this is small, again this is bigger, this is small. So for what are we doing this one? You are using Power BI here. Okay, to represent these trees, you are going to use Power BI for these colors. Okay, the smaller size and all that are represented. And here you use, example is the disk space on a computer. Have you seen the space on your computer anytime? Right, the colors will be there. Those, to represent them, we are using tree maps. Clear? Each folder of a file is represented by a rectangle and the size of the rectangle corresponds to the amount of disk space it occupies. So how will you write? In short, you write down. So you are taking a tree in the form of a rectangle. The left hand side will be bigger rectangles and right hand side will be smaller rectangles. Example, you are creating a space on a folder. Then you are finding the disk space in the folder. How much of space is there? You're seeing them by the folder size or the file size. The colors are represented there. In simple, you write down what is a tree map. Fast. రాయాలి తొందరగా ఇది కాపీ చేయొద్దు జస్ట్ ఒక ట్రీ మ్యాప్ అంటే ఏంటి how are we representing the tree map in the form of a rectangle left hand side is bigger rectangle right hand side is smaller rectangle for what are we using tree map for showing the disk usage space on a computer right how are the disk usage spaces are used by using files or folders kaniyandi don't copy write it on your own fast tondar rayali everyone the girl to this end right write it fast మాట్లాడదామా రాయాలి ఫోన్స్ యూజ్ చేయొద్దు yes please stop talking you have to complete it fast you have to put down what is the left node what is the right node put it in the form of a rectangle fast ga simple ga రాసేయండి yes please stop talking so I said about power bi right అయిపోయిందా రాసారా అయిపోయిందా write down power bi uses here you are using power bi uses measure value power bi uses the measure value to determine the measure value to determine the rectangle size determine the rectangle size for branches and leaves for branches and leaves see this is an example of this one tree map so you are showing the disk usage space next one is a radial tree okay radial tree means what the node will be placed at the center okay and its children nodes will be placed like this in the outer direction clear right on radial tree the last rows radial tree is a visual representation hello if you want to go out and talk is a visual representation of a hierarchical structure is a visual representation of a hierarchical structure where the nodes are arranged where the nodes are arranged in a circular layout where the nodes are arranged in a circular layout. Example, see, this is the parent node, this is its child, these are the children of this node, so on. Put on this example. Just put on this example. Write down this is the root node. ఏమైంది? Put on this one, ఏది? What happened? Huh? Put on this one. This is the root node. This is the child of this node. And this is the child of this. Put all the children nodes. Random చేసుకోండి child nodes. It should be in the form of a radius. That's it. Radial tree. Yes. Stop talking. Yes. Please stop talking, Amma. Diagram వేసారా? As it is అవసరం లేదు. Just a parent node, children node, just small one. Girls, please stop talking. అయిపోయిందా? Yes, there is lot of disturbance. Please be quiet. అయిపోయిందా? Yes. Third one. What is a dendrogram? Tell me. What is a dendrogram? Just now we have done before lunch. We have done cluster dendrogram. What is that? Yes. What is a cluster dendrogram? ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తారు? It works like a tree, right? Hierarchical structure of a tree, of some tree, right? So here also the third type of tree is dendrogram. Write down. Just put on this one. Dendrogram and రాసుకోండి. Don't write anything other than it. Put that on the diagram. Simple diagram, you put this one. Don't write about them. Just put down what's the dendrogram. It is a tree structure. It is hierarchical. These are the nodes, right? It is placed reversely in the form of a tree. So why do we use these dendrograms? In social networking, we use to combine the different people who are chatting or talking in from different communities. Okay, we club them together. For that, you use this dendrogram. It works like a social networking site. Yes, please stop talking. అయిపోయిందా? Yes, I didn't tell you all to talk. Over? What happened? అందరు వెళ్ళొద్దు. Just take 2 minutes time. You're not going anywhere. Just take 2 minutes time. Relax అవ్వండి, ఒక 2 minutes, only 2 minutes, not more than that. పడుకోమని చెప్పలేదు నేను, రిలాక్స్ అంటే. You're not going anywhere. బయటికి వెళ్ళొద్దు. వాటర్ లేవా ఇక్కడ? తీసుకో. Yes, come back faster. హలో. Yes, exactly 2 minutes ఇంక అంతే, ఇంకొక 1 minute అంతే. కానివ్వండి, కానివ్వండి. అదే 10,000 పెంచారక్క ఫీజు, ఇద్దరికి ఒక్కొక్కరికి 10,000. స్కూల్లో మెసేజ్ వచ్చింది 1,34,000 ఆమెది చేతుంది. చూడు కాసేపు 10,000 పెంచేస్తారు బ్లైండ్గా. వాడిని ఇంకా చేయలేదు, వాడిని ఇంకా చూడలేదు, వాడిని చూస్తలేదు ఆమెది. ఏంటి 10,000 ప్రతి సంవత్సరం 10,000 పెంచుతున్నారు. ఎట్లా చేస్తారు? ఏమైనా కంప్లైంట్ చేసేటట్టు ఉంటుంది ఎవరికైనా? చూడు ఒక్కసారి ఎవరైనా కంప్లైంట్ చేయొచ్చట ఆమె కూడా, డిఓకో ఎవరికైనా ఒక్కసారి ట్రై చేయరాదు జర ఎవరైనా ఉంటే. ఎందుకంటే కంప్లైంట్ చేస్తే కొంచెం తగ్గిస్తారు. వాడు ఆల్రెడీ స్కూల్ ఫీజు తగ్గించాలని స్టార్ట్ చేశారు ఆల్రెడీ. సో ఆల్రెడీ స్కూల్ ఫీజు తగ్గించాలి అని వచ్చింది, కానీ వీడు పెంచుతున్నాడు కానీ తగ్గిస్తున్నాడు. ఏమన్నా నాకు డిజిటల్ క్యాంపస్ వస్తుంది, ఒక యాప్ ఉంటుంది పిల్లలకి, అందులో చూసిన ఇప్పుడు. అది నార్మల్గా అందరికి పెట్టిన మెసేజ్ ఏందని, ఫుల్ ఇయర్ ఒకసారి కడితే 5% కన్సెషన్ వస్తుంది. కానీ ఒక్కొక్కరు ఫీజు ఇప్పుడు అందులో చూపిస్తున్నారు. ఇట్లా వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, అంత ఫీజు తీసుకుంటున్నారు నాకు అర్థమైంది. జర ఒక్కసారి కూడా డిఓనో ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ఆఫీసర్ డిఓ ఉంటాడు కదా, ఒక్కసారి ట్రై చేయవరు మన దగ్గర తెలుసుకోకుంటే. డిఈఓ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ మండలోడు. ఏంది ఇది ఇంత పెంచుతుందో అని జస్ట్ మనం ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ చూడు, ట్రై చేసి. అయిపోయిందా? See how long they went out. I said just come back in 2 minutes. They didn't come till now. Yes, let us go to the next one. Right on. The next type of visualization technique is mind map. The next type of visualization technique for trees is mind map. Yeah, last rows, please sit properly. The third type of technique is mind map. Right on. So what is a mind map here? See here, it is a representation, that is graphical representation of ideas, concepts or tasks linked around a central theme. So, for example, if I give you a task, what are the different ideas, concepts or tasks that are around this one? That is called as mind map. Just write down mind map and put on this example. Don't write its theory, write down this one. The third type of visualization technique is mind map. Rayali. The third one is mind map. So it links around different concepts, ideas, or tasks. Put on the diagram. This one. When you are given a project, what do we do? That guy, brown shirt, please stand up. You. Yeah. If you are given a project, what do you do? Stand up. Please stand up. Right. You do projects, right? ఏం చేస్తారు ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు మీకు ఒక టాస్క్ ఇచ్చాను డెవలప్ వెబ్ పేజ్ అని చెప్పి వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్ అని చెప్తాను అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తావు do you only single person do you develop it or do you have a group of people with you to develop it ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి అర్థమైందా నా క్వశ్చన్ what is the question if you are developing a project for some example I tell you to create some application a library application అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి నువ్వు ఒక్కడివే చేస్తావా ఎవరైనా తీసుకుంటావా హెల్ప్ can you single person do it yes yeah please settle down fast will you only single person do it or not Chappu, your idea you have to tell that is called as mind map how do you design that చెప్పు తొందరగా హెల్ప్ తీసుకుంటావు ఏం చేస్తారు ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ డెవలపింగ్ అ ప్రాజెక్ట్ వాట్ యూ షుడ్ డూ వాట్ యూ షుడ్ డూ ఫర్ డెవలపింగ్ సంథింగ్ gathering the requirements or information next discussion means what do you do here what do we call it in computer terms analysis right next what do you do after analyzing what do you have to do చెప్పాలి తొందరగా అనలైజ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి be fast what is waterfall model you don't know what is waterfall model when you are given a task what do you do first you gather the requirements then you analyze the task given to you then what do you do what do you have to do next step copy paste development directly help development ke do we directly develop a project yes you have not learned in C language what do you do first you design ante enti models untaya unified modeling languages lo diagrams untaya diagrams use chestam dan tarvata after designing what do you do then you go for development after development what do you do test it then deploy it then yes maintenance right so here what did we do you are given a mind map for constructing a tree so for this mind map this is one type of technique called as mind map when you are given a task right what are you doing in the task okay you are given a question what you have to do that one you are identifying something your requirements, you're analyzing them, you're designing them, then you're developing it, then you're testing it, then you deploy it, and then it is maintained. Maintenance, you check for the maintenance, right? So that is the mind map for any task which is given to you. Clear? Did you draw the diagram? Completed? Put the diagram first. Yes. Over. Next you have a Cartesian tree. Stop talking. Diagram అయిపోయిందా? Next write down Cartesian tree. It is a binary tree representation. Just put down this diagram. Now let me see who will answer this. See this diagram. How did we draw this? You just tell. Or put this diagram, put it in a linked list representation. Do you remember data structures? You are given a tree. How do you represent a linked list? Linked lists are represented in two ways. One is arrays and one is linked list representation. Sorry, trees are represented in two ways. One is arrays and one is linked list representation. So when you are representing in the linked list, this diagram, take it down. This is the tree. You are representing it in the form of a linked list. ఎలా represent చేశారు ఇది చెప్పాలి నాకు ఇప్పుడు. What did we do here? Which type of traversal did we take? Do you remember tree traversals? What are tree traversals? What is AVL tree? I only told AVL trees. I taught you all AVL trees. What are AVL trees? What are binary search trees? Huh? All short-term memory loss people are there here. I can remember who all were there last time in data structures class. I can remember their faces. You all don't remember me. How did we represent this one? What are the three types of tree traversals? What is an AVL tree? Think. What is a binary tree? First take down this diagram. Think what we are doing. How did we represent it as a linked list? Think కానియండి ఫాస్ట్గా don't sleep. Yes, please stop talking. Now did you understand how did you draw this diagram? This is one type of tree technique. It is called as a Cartesian tree. So this tree is represented as a linked list. Can you tell me how did you draw this one? How should we draw this one? There are three types of tree traversals in AVL trees or binary search tree. In order traversal, you know those, but you don't know what, you don't remember what are they. In order traversal, pre-order and post-order. So of all the three traversals, which traversal did we consider? అర్థమైంది గుర్తొచ్చిందా లేదా? ప్రీ-ఆర్డర్ అంటే ఏంటి? How do you do pre-order traversal? Huh? Ascending order. Which one? Pre-order. అంటే ఏంటి? ఈ నోడ్కి లెఫ్ట్ చైల్డ్ ఉంది, రైట్ చైల్డ్ ఉంది. ప్రీ ఆర్డర్ అంటే ఏంటి ఇప్పుడు గుర్తుందా? అసలు మీకు ట్రావర్సల్స్ ఉన్నాయని తెలుసా? తెలుసు కదా. వాట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్, వాట్ ఈస్ ప్రీ ఆర్డర్? ఎప్పుడు డోంట్ రిమెంబర్. యా థింక్. అయిపోయిందా? డయాగ్రామ్ వేసారా? ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ట్రావర్సల్ చెప్పాలి మీరు. ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ ట్రావర్సలా, ప్రీ ఆర్డరా, పోస్ట్ ఆర్డరా? Yes, the three types of traversals are pre-order, in-order and post-order. What is pre-order? In pre-order traversal, you are going to consider the node first, then the left child, the right child. ఇప్పుడన్నా గుర్తొచ్చిందా? అంటే ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ కి నోడ్ ఏంటి? యూ రిమెంబర్ దిస్ డయాగ్రామ్ నౌ? Yeah, this diagram you just see. This is called as a node. Yes, these are the left children of the node. These are the right children of the node. So what is pre-order? You are going to traverse the node first, the left child of the node, the left child of the node. You are going depth-wise. Node, left child. So this becomes a node, its left child. So the traversal for this one is 1, 3, 9, 7. So node left is completed. Come to the right hand side. To the right, this is the node. It has a left child. So 5, 8. For this node, there is no left child. Come to the right. So this becomes node 10, 12. Come here. This is 15, 20, 18. That is called as pre-order traversal. What is in-order traversal? NLR is completed. In-order means what? LNR, left child. So for this node, which is the left child? 3. For this node, which is the left child? 9. So 9. We are following in order traversal for linked list representation. So 9, node, right child. Left tree is completed. So node, come to the right hand side. The left child is done. Node, right. Sorry, for this left child, there is no left child here. So left node. Node, come to the right hand side. For this node, there is a left child. 12. Again, come to the right. This is node. Come to the right child. 20. Right. 10. Sorry, 15, 18. So left node right is completed. Left node right is completed. For this left node right is completed. This left node and right. So for this tree representation as a linked list, you are using in order traversal. Right on. Right on. For Cartesian tree. For Cartesian tree, the linked list representation for Cartesian tree, the linked list representation is done using in order traversal. Yes, please stop talking. Is done using in order, in order traversal. Put on this one. Linked list representation of that. Ayipenda? Did you put the diagram? In order traversal of that. మళ్ళీ మీరు ఏవిఎల్ ట్రీస్ బేసిక్ వెళ్ళొద్దు. ఏవిఎల్ ట్రీ ఇస్ అ బైనరీ సెర్చ్ ట్రీ where its left children are less than its value and right children are its greater than its value. It is not in that form here. I just said how are you putting that in the form of a linked list. అది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. Yes, I know that you all don't remember anything. That is clear. If anyone remembers, keep that in mind. Go to the next one. అయిపోయిందా లేదా? The previous one is done. Next, write down. Those are the visualization techniques for trees. So what is visualization techniques? What is first one? Tree map. Next one. Radial tree. Next one. Mind map. Next one. Cartesian tree. And then 4 in a dendrogram. Right? So those are the representations. At least remember the side headings. Okay. Next slide on. Visualization techniques for graphs and networks. So what are the different visualization techniques for graphs? Write on matrix plots. You have to write down what is a graph. Again, graph is nothing but a collection of nodes and edges, right? First type is matrix plots. So here we are using adjacency matrix representation. Even that I told. Write on. This one represents matrix plots represent the graph as a matrix. Matrix plot represents the graph as a matrix where rows and columns correspond to nodes, where rows and columns correspond to nodes, N-O-D-E-S, and and cells indicate the presence or absence of edges. Example. Can anyone tell an example? Example, write down. How do you represent a graph? I'm having A, B, for this there is C, next I'm having D. Now represent this simple one, represent it as a matrix. How do you represent it as a matrix? You are using adjacency matrix, that is A, B, C, D, and here again it is A, B, C, D, right? For graphs there can be self loop, right? So from A to B, if there is a transition, there is an edge, I am putting it as 1. From A to A, there is no transition, right? Again, B to B, there is a transition, so I put 1, right? From B to C, there is one transition, so from B row, C edge, I am putting it as 1. Again, here from D to C, there is a transition, there is a link, so from D on C, there is a transition on 1. Again, from A to D, if I take, right, D to A, sorry, it is 1. So the remaining are represented as zeros. I remember I told this also. So you are representing it as matrix plots. What are they? Graphs are represented as matrix plots. Put on the diagram. Take a simple example. Put on the diagram. The second type of graph is arc diagram. Visualization representation for graphs and networks. The second one is arc diagram. Yes, please stop talking. So what is an arc diagram? See here, it is a special kind of network graph. Okay, example, write on social networks. Social networks for arc diagram. Just put on an example diagram for that. Social networking site. So here, this is a network where some friends are connected. So this friend is connected to another network. Right, the same friend is connected here. Put that diagram. We are connecting some friends. The third type of diagram is chord diagrams. The third one is chord diagrams to represent. Yes, please stop talking. So what are chord diagrams? Write down. It displays relationship between nodes, displays relationship between nodes in a circular layout, in a circular layout with chords connecting, with chords, C-H-O-R-D-S, chords. We are talking about chord diagram, chord, with chords connecting nodes. These are effective for visualizing. These are effective for visualizing connections, in a cyclic graph. In a cyclic graph. What do you mean by cyclic graph? I just now told. What is a cyclic graph? A graph which forms cycles are called as cyclic graphs. What is a cycle? ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయితే స్టార్ట్ అవుతామో అక్కడ ఎండ్ అవుతే దాన్ని సైకిల్ అంటాం. cyclic graph రెండు ఉంటాయి. So you are using chord diagrams in a cyclic, not acyclic, in cyclic graphs. Clear? Go to the next one. Write down the fourth one. Animated graphs. These graphs can be useful. In financial analysis. Yes. These graphs can be useful in financial analysis. Climate studies. Climate studies. Or any domain. Where trends and patterns, any domain where trends and patterns evolve over time. Where trends and patterns evolve over time. Now what you have done in visualization of graphs and networks? See, what is the first one? Matrix plots. Yes. Arc diagram, chord diagram and animated graphs, right? About them you have to write. At least remember them. See here, these are the different diagrams. ఈ డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేసుకోండి. మీరు మ్యాటర్ రాయకపోయినా డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేస్తే మీకు మార్క్స్ పడతాయి. ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ వేసుకోండి ఫాస్ట్గా. ఎస్, ప్లీజ్ స్టాప్ టాకింగ్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద 4 types ఆఫ్ డయాగ్రామ్స్. కానివ్వండి, సింపుల్గా వేసుకోండి. యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అవసరం లేదు, జస్ట్ మీకు అండర్స్టాండ్ కావడానికి అంతే. కానివ్వండి. Put those diagrams. Yes, I don't want you all to talk. No one is talking now. Put the diagrams. ఎస్, అయిపోయిందమ్మా. డయాగ్రామ్ వేసారా? Yes, stop talking. ఇది అయిపోయినాక 2 minutes టైం తీసుకోవాలి కానీ పడుకోదు ఎవరు బయటికి వెళ్ళదు అర్థమైందా జస్ట్ 2 minutes నేను రేపు మళ్ళీ అడుగుతాను మిమ్మల్ని ఇవన్నీ జస్ట్ నాకు సైడ్ హెడింగ్స్ చెప్పాలి డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేయాలి అంతే ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ ఆల్ ద మ్యాటర్ ఇన్ సైడ్ take 2 more minutes time then we'll go for the software for this visualization software కానివ్వండి డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేసుకోండి ఫస్ట్ పడుకోవద్దు యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఈట్ లెస్ ఇన్ ద ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఇవన్నీ రాసుకోదమ్మా జస్ట్ డయాగ్రామ్ వేసుకోండి ఇట్లా అంతే సింపుల్గా డయాగ్రామ్ వేసుకోండి దట్స్ ఇట్ ఎస్ ప్లీజ్ స్టాప్ టాకింగ్ yes please stop talking where are you going hello yes over డయాగ్రామ్ వేసారా ఎస్ next one write down software yes put your mobiles inside now put it aside software in data visualization over or no diagram is not completed on software in data visualization yes please be quiet so why are we using data visualization for don't see there and read why are we using data visualization for you are taking some textual data converting it into the form of a diagram, right? Diagrams mean what? Some charts or graphs, right? For that you are using some software. So what are the softwares we use? ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు మీరు ల్యాబ్లో? విచ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ యూల్ యూస్? ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు? పైథాన్ అండ్ ఆర్ లాంగ్వేజ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారా? నో. మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్? Yeah. So you are using all of them for visualizing them, right? Yes, sit down. Hello. Why are you standing, Amma? What happened? Right on. It's a tool or an application. Data visualization software is a tool or an application that transforms. Data visualization software is a tool or an application that transforms numerical or textual data into visual formats such as graphs, charts, or plots. That creates a dashboard. What is the importance of this data visualization software, Redon? Importance of data visualization software. It simplifies complex data. Next one, helps in better decision making. For identifying trends and patterns. Next, for improving data communication. Please stop talking. For improving data communication. And to make analysis faster and easier. Next, write down features of. Yes, if you are not interested, you can leave, but don't disturb. Features of data visualization software. What are the features? First one, write down data import. From where are you importing the data? Write down ability to load the data from. Data import, ability to load the data from databases, Excel sheets, from CSV files, from cloud storage. You have cloud computing. What is a cloud? Where we store the data, right? Some different types of data, right? Next one. Second feature is chart creation. Please stop talking. Chart creation. So the different charts used are bar chart, line chart or line graph, pie charts, and the fourth one is scatter plots. So in this complete subject, you need to write every time about graphs, charts, or some images mainly. The third one is interactive dashboard. So for what? For filtering the data, for zooming the charts, and to drill down the details. These are the features of visualization softwares. For what do we use them? Next, write down. Fourth one, real time. Yes, please stop talking. Real time data updates. Under that, write down some tools. Yes, please stop talking. Some tools. Some tools update data. Some tools update data automatically when there is a change in the trend. Some tools update data automatically when there is a change in the trend. Next one. The fifth feature is customization. What do you mean by customization? Yes. Example. Any customization you have done? Yes. Huh? Customization. Bikes. Name customization చేశారు? Customization means what? ఒక కప్పు కొనుక్కున్నప్పుడు దాని మీద ఒక బొమ్మ వేస్తామా? మన ఫోటో కావాలంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటారు? కస్టమైజేషన్ అంటారు. ఆ కస్టమైజేషన్ ఎలా చేస్తారు? కలర్స్, థీమ్స్, నేమ్స్ ఏదో ఒకటి ఇస్తాం కదా, అదంతా అదే. మనం యూజ్ చేసేది మొత్తం ఇప్పుడు యూజ్ చేసేది అంతా అదే. రైట్ డౌన్. కస్టమైజేషన్స్ ఆర్ కలర్స్, లేబుల్స్, లేఅవుట్స్ ఆర్ థీమ్స్. Next, write down types of data visualization software, not themes. Now stop it. Types of data visualization software. So the different types are, write down. First one is business intelligence tools. Business intelligence tools used for business analysis and reporting. Yes, business intelligence tools used for analysis and reporting. So what are the different tools you use? You use Tableau or Power BI or Click. QLIK, Click. Right on. The different tools are Tableau, Power BI. What is BI? Business intelligence. Power BI. And the third one is Click. QLIK. Next one. The second one, programming based visualization tools. It requires programming based visualization tools. It requires coding language, coding knowledge. It requires coding knowledge like R language, like R, capital R language, Python, and D3JS. D3JS, those are Java subscripts, whatever you require for them. Next, అయిపోయింది ఇంకా 4th minute అయిపోతుంది కానివ్వండి. Web based visualization tools. The third one you write down. Web based visualization tools. They are used to create, last rows you have to write, put that laptop aside. They are used to create online data dashboards. They are used to create online dashboards and interactive visuals and interactive visuals. Example, Google Data Studio, and Plotly, Plotly. Yes. Hello. What happened? Huh? Next, write down the common visualization charts. Common visualization charts. Bar chart, line chart, bar chart, line chart, pie chart, scatter plot, and heat map. So what are the different common visualization charts? These are the things which are used in your entire visualization. Bar chart, line chart, pie chart, scatter plot, and heat map. Next, advantages of using data visualization. Advantage of using data visualization is, first one is easy understanding of large data sets. Easy understanding of large data sets. Second one, for faster analysis. For faster analysis. Third one, for improved presentations. For improved presentations. And fourth one, helps identify errors. Helps identify errors. Errors. Disadvantages to write down. The first one is some tools are expensive. Yes, stop talking. Some tools are expensive. Next one, requires technical knowledge. Yes. Hello, what happened? Requires technical knowledge. Next one, large data sets. Large data sets may slow down the performance. Next one, now applications. Where are we using all of them? This software are used in business intelligence. This software is used in business intelligence, in healthcare analysis. Yes. First one is business intelligence, in healthcare analysis, In financial analysis, scientific research, and marketing analysis. Don't write analytics, marketing analysis. Now, can anyone tell what is metaphorical visualization? Yes, please stop talking. Write down. Metaphorical visualization. Just take 2 minutes time again, not more than that. You are not going anywhere. Flower shed. Hello. కూర్చో అక్కడ ఎక్కడ పోతున్నావు వాటరా అవసరం లేదు కూర్చో అయిపోయింది టైమింగ్ 2 minutes టైం తీసుకోండి just 2 minutes, not more than that. Yes, where are you going? ఒక్కరు వెళ్ళండి అందరు వెళ్ళదు Yes, stop talking now. Let us complete this one. We'll wind up now. Write down metaphorical visualization. Yes, మీరు ఎంతసేపు మాట్లాడితే అంత స్లోగా చెప్తాను నేను మీరు సైలెంట్గా ఉంటే అయిపోతుంది Is that clear? Write down metaphorical visualization. Write down it is a technique. You are representing it as a tree. It is a technique where data structures. It is a technique where data structures are represented using real world metaphors. Using real world metaphors. METAPHORS. right? So what is the use of using this one? Write on. The purpose of metaphorical visualization is the purpose of metaphorical visualization is the first one is simplify complex information. Simplify complex information. Second one, improves usability. The third one, enhances user understanding. Enhances user understanding. Here an example metaphor, write on tree metaphor. Just put on this example, root, branch, the different branches and leaves. Write on root, branch, again some set of branches and leaves. Yes, please stop talking. Here, roots are the main data source. Roots are the main data source. Branches are the categories. Branches are the categories. And leaves are individual data items. Done? Leaves are individual data items. Now here example. Write on. I want to build a metaphorical visualization of data city. Write on. Of city. So for this city you are having buildings, you are having roads. Right? Write on. Data city. For that you are having buildings, some set of buildings. There is a road. Again there are a set of buildings here. Just put on the diagram. Here buildings are data modules. Yes, please stop talking. Buildings are data modules. The roads are the data connections. Roads are data connections. And districts, all of them, they belong to one city. For that, the districts are data groups. Just write down another example, don't write. Just write down landscape metaphor. Landscape metaphor. On this last one, you also know data garden. Write down garden metaphor. Garden metaphor. For this one, you are having trees, plants in that. All these are inside the garden. So trees are major data sets. Trees are major data sets. Plants are the data elements. And the garden is entire information system. Entire information system. Last one you just write down, don't write all those guys, write down. Applications of metaphorical visualization. Yes, we'll wind up, this is done. Last one, inka ledu, chudandi. Complete it. Data analytics, where are they used? They are used in data analytics. They are used in software engineering. Next, they are used in business intelligence. Next, they are used in educational tools and they are used in information systems. They are used in information systems. So these are the applications of metaphorical visualization. Clear? Now just let us see this one. What all we have completed today? See here, we have done visualization of groups, we have done visualization of trees, graphs, clusters, graphs and clusters together we have done software and metaphorical visualization. Clear? Next you have to start fifth unit. ఇప్పుడు ఏం కాదు, just see what we have done till now. Just see what we have done till now.